Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Neethu's chemistry classes. Last class, we discussed about physical properties of amines. So, in today's video, I would like to share with you the preparation of amines. So, speaking about preparation of amines, the very first method, this is strictly according to NCERT syllabus, the very first method given in NCERT textbook, which is reduction of nitro compounds. So nitro compounds, they are reduced to amines by passing hydrogen gas in the presence of finely divided nickel, palladium, or platinum, or also by reduction with metals in acidic medium, like you know already Fe bar HCl, right? And then tin bar HCl, any metal in acid medium. Okay, so in higher classes, the mechanism is important, but for the time being, in grade 12, we have we don't have to bother about the mechanism of the reaction. Okay, so nitroalkanes, here we are, see, the given example here is an aromatic nitro compound. Even this NO2, which is attached to a benzene ring, it is reduced by, you can use either hydrogen bar nickel or palladium or platinum, which is called as catalytic hydrogenation or catalytic reduction, or you can use metal in presence of acidic medium like iron and HCl, tin and HCl, etc. Okay, so nitroalkanes also can be reduced by this method. Not only like aromatic nitro compounds, even you can reduce aliphatic nitro compounds. And here, one important point is that here you have to note it down. Reduction with iron scrap and HCl, that is preferred. Why? So this type of questions usually come for CBSE. So in the reduction of nitroalkanes or aromatic nitro compounds, we use or we prefer iron and HCl. Why? Because FeCl2 formed as a byproduct gets hydrolyzed to release hydrochloric acid during the reaction. Okay, so we need only a small amount of hydrochloric acid just to initiate the reaction. Once the reaction is initiated, enough amount of HCl will be prepared in situ or will be formed in situ during the course of the reaction. So that is why we prefer iron and HCl over other methods like catalytic hydrogenation or metal in hydrochloric acid. Among metals in hydrochloric acid, we prefer Fe and HCl. This FeCl2 formed, it gets hydrolyzed to again back to HCl. So we need only a small amount of HCl to initiate the reaction. So whenever we think about a reaction, we have to think about its feasibility, even in terms of its economic viability too. Like economically, whether the reaction is feasible. That is also a very, very important matter when we think about a reaction in the industrial perspective. Okay, so this is about reduction of nitro compounds. I hope this is clear to you. Aromatic nitro compounds or even nitroalkenes, it can be reduced to NH2. So children, please listen. Oxygen is getting replaced by hydrogen. So if you have difficulty in understanding what is happening, it's a reduction. So reduction means you know that removal of oxygen and addition of hydrogen. So here oxygen is getting replaced by hydrogen. So reduction is happening. And that can be done either by catalytic reduction or by metal in acid. So this you won't forget, I think. So this is the first method of preparation of amines. And you are never going to get a direct question like, write about the preparation of amines using nitro compounds. You don't expect a question like that. All this you have to use in organic conversions, reasoning type of questions. Okay, so the concept you have to clearly understand. Okay, now let us move on to the next topic. Next method of preparation, which is ammonolysis of nitro compounds. So what do you mean by ammonolysis, like hydrolysis, right? Hydrolysis means water is being broken. Same way, ammonolysis is like breaking of ammonia. So using ammonia, we are doing this reaction. So here, an alkyl or benzyl halide. Always remember, benzyl halide is similar to alkyl halide in that regard that it is, listen all of you, benzyl halide is like this, a benzene ring attached to a sp3 hybridized carbon atom like this. This is a benzyl halide. Never ever misinterpret benzyl halide as chlorobenzene. It's a common mistake that children make these days. This is benzyl chloride. See, the chlorine is attached to sp3 hybridized carbon, right? So that is benzyl chloride. But what is chlorobenzene? Chlorobenzene, as you all know, this is a benzene ring directly attached to a chlorine atom. That means the carbon atom of benzene ring is directly attached to chlorine. So there is a lot of difference in their chemistry. So chlorobenzene is different from benzyl chloride. I hope this is clear. So alkyl or benzyl halide. So that is why benzyl halide is put into that category. Because alkyl halide, we know it is like CX, right? Where X is attached to sp3 carbon, right? sp3 hybridized carbon. So same way in benzyl halide or benzyl chloride, chlorine is directly attached to sp3 carbon. Okay, so alkyl halide or benzyl halide on reaction with ethanolic solution of ammonia. Okay, ethanolic solution of ammonia, it undergoes nucleophilic substitution reaction in which the halogen atom is replaced by an amino group. So what is happening here? Here it is a nucleophilic substitution reaction. From chapter 10, you will be already knowing about nucleophilic substitution reaction. I will be uploading videos on that chapter also. Please do watch that. And nucleophilic substitution reaction. A nucleophile is getting replaced by another nucleophile. Okay, so here, for example, if you take a halide, alkyl halide, Rx, okay, so plus NH3. If you write NH3, what is happening here? Yeah, this lone pair of electrons on this nitrogen is making ammonia a very good nucleophile, okay, because it has excess electron, unused electron, so it needs a nucleophilic sender, right? It needs a positive charge. So it is nucleus loving, positive charge loving. That is why we call it as a nucleophile, nucleus loving. Nucleus is having which charge? Positive charge. So a species which loves positive charge will have excess of electrons, either in the form of a negative charge or as an unused pair of electrons. So ammonia here, nitrogen atom is having a lone pair of electron, so that it is a nucleophile because it has excess of electron. It is in need of a positive charge, so it is nucleophilic. Okay, it's a nucleophile. Okay, so this lone pair will attack this carbon, okay, and this halogen will leave as X minus. So if this is happening in a concerted way, it is SN2 mechanism. That is the attack of the incoming nucleophile, which is NH3, and the departure of the leaving group X minus. Okay, so you will be getting this product. All of you listen, RNH3 plus. Okay, why it is NH3 plus? Because that lone pair of electrons, nitrogen, utilized it for bonding with R. It's like a coordinate bond. where that covalent bond is formed by electrons from only nitrogen atom. Even though they're sharing the electrons, the two electrons of that covalent bond is given only by nitrogen atom. Okay, so only one of the partners is contributing both the electron. So such type of covalent bond is called as a coordinate covalent bond. So RNH3 plus who is the leaving group? X minus. Who left the molecule? X minus. So one nucleophile entered, another nucleophile left the molecule. So this is a nucleophilic substitution reaction. And later on, from RNH3 plus, what will happen? This nitrogen is bearing a positive charge, right? So it doesn't want to hold on to that positive charge. So what nitrogen will do is that, or hydrogen, which is attached to nitrogen, will give off one of the hydrogens, will give off its pair of electrons to nitrogen and leave the molecule as H plus. So that will leave as H plus. So thereby we will be getting RNH2. Hydrogen left the molecule as H plus, leaving that bonding pair of electrons to nitrogen, thereby neutralizing this positive charge. So we will be getting RNH2 plus H plus. Okay, so we got a primary amine from an alkyl halide using ammonia. Okay, so in effect, you can see that the ammonia molecule, it broke up into NH2 minus and H plus. NH2 minus is combining with R plus, right? And H plus is combining with X minus. See that here this H plus can combine with X minus to form what? HX, right? So the final products are RNH2 plus H plus. I hope this is clear for you. But actually, one demerit of this ammonolysis reaction is that it won't stop at the primary amine stage. Okay, that is a very important point. It will not stop at the primary amine stage. Again, see, nitrogen has a lone pair, right? In amine as well, RNH2, like NH3, RNH2 molecule, that nitrogen also has a lone pair. So it can further attack another molecule of alkyl halide, and that nucleophilic substitution reaction will continue. So I will explain that mechanism. All of you please listen. So listen here, RNH2, right? RNH2, we got the product in the first step. So now this RNH2 using this lone pair will attack another molecule of alkyl halide. Why again this nucleophilic substitution? This lone pair is attacking this carbon. So X is leaving. So we will be getting that as R, NH. Here, this NH, see here, you will be getting NH2 plus, right? So here I'm writing it like this, H2, okay, NH2. And here, another R, okay? So this RNH2 group, this is this RNH2 which attacked the other R of Rx. So here comes a plus charge. Always remember nitrogen, if its valency is 4, covalency, if 4 bonds are surrounding nitrogen, compulsorily there should be a positive charge on nitrogen atom. And you will be getting this. And what will happen? One of the hydrogen atoms will leave as H plus, leaving that bonding pair of electrons to nitrogen, right? So this will go here to nitrogen, right? So you will be getting RNHR, right? And H plus can combine with X minus to form HX. So this you can say that this is a secondary amine. In the first step, you got a primary amine. See that? Primary amine. What do you mean by a primary amine? Primary amine means one hydrogen atom of ammonia is replaced by an alkyl group. NH3, one hydrogen atom is replaced by an alkyl group. So we get it as RNH2. If you replace two hydrogen atoms, then R2NH. So this is a secondary amine. And if you replace all the three hydrogen atoms, you will be getting R3N. Okay, like that. So here we got this as a secondary amine. Again, there is a chance for further nucleophilic attack by this R2NH, secondary amine, on another molecule of alkyl halide. So how it will happen? All of you listen. So we got RNHR, right? Now I am going to write. So now we got secondary amine. So secondary amine again, if you write RNHR, see that RNHR plus another molecule. If you want, you can put the alkyl part of the alkyl halide as a different group like R dash. Okay, then it is easy to understand. Okay, so let me put it as R dash for your better understanding, R dash X. Okay, so you will be getting again this nitrogen's lone pair will be attacking this R dash and X will be leaving as X minus. So we will be getting, what is the product? Yeah, now you will be knowing it. So it will be R, N, right, RNH, and here this R, because that secondary amine, two alkyl groups are there, and it is attached to R dash, right, and plus X minus. Okay, so this is the next product. And again, you know that four bonds attached to nitrogen. So we will put a plus on nitrogen, right? And we will be getting now this nitrogen having a positive charge. This one hydrogen which is left will leave its electron pairs to nitrogen, leaving as minus H plus, right? Minus H plus, and you will be getting now R, N, R, 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 R dash, right? R dash. Here it is R dash and here it is R. Okay. So now we can say that, yeah, this is a tertiary amine. Nitrogen atom, hydrogens, all the hydrogen atoms of ammonia are replaced by alkyl groups. So we got a tertiary amine. Still, this tertiary amine can attack another molecule of R-X. Okay, so if you want, you can take the same alkyl halide, okay, Rx, like the alkyl part of amine and alkyl part of halide can be the same, but it would be easier to understand if you take it as two different groups. Okay, so the last step again, this tertiary amine will be attacking another molecule of alkyl halide, that is R-X. So what will you get? This tertiary amine, this lone pair of electron will attack here and X will leave as X minus. So we will be getting, the product is R, okay, R, N and R here, okay, R, and here also R. This is that tertiary amine part, and this is attached to R dash plus X minus. Okay, so here this nitrogen is having a positive charge, and this one is called as quaternary ammonium salt. Okay, what is it? Quaternary ammonium salt, because it's like a form of salt. It's a salt ionic compound, right? Quaternary ammonium salt. You see that? Quaternary ammonium. Ammonium. If the name is ending with IUM, what do you mean by that? That species carries a positive charge. Quaternary ammonium ion is this one, where nitrogen is having a positive charge attached to 4 alkyl groups, and there is no hydrogen atom to leave as H plus. So it will just stand like this. So the final product will be R4N plus X minus. Okay, R4N plus X minus. So this is your quaternary ammonium salt. Okay. So just now I have shown that mechanism to you. So again, you listen. First step is ammonia attacking a molecule of Rx, thereby giving you RNH3 plus X minus. Okay. And RNH3 plus X minus will leave or will remove a hydrogen atom as H plus, so that we will be getting from here RNH2 and HX, right? RNH2 plus HX, okay? And then if you find this difficult, please do write 2 or 3 times the mechanism, then it is very easier for you. So first time, if you're learning this, you might feel quite difficult, but 2 or 3 times, always I advise or I request you people to study chemistry by pen and paper. Writing practice is very much required. So please, my children, please do this. Okay. So Rx, RNH2 plus HX. Again, so this is the first step where you're getting a primary amine. Again, it is going to attack a molecule of Rx, thereby giving you R2NH. Okay. So if you have a difficulty in remembering this mechanism, in the first step, Rx and NH3, just remove one HX and combine those and write. Okay. So what will you get? So actually box type mechanism, you need not write. But if you have difficulty in writing the products, you can just remember it like this, Rx, right? And NH3, you can write it like HNH2, okay? HNH2. Always just put one H like this. So this X and H you can remove and you will get RNH2, okay? And second step again, if you have difficulty in writing that nucleophilic substitution reaction step, you can write it like this. RNH2, you can write it like RNH. One hydrogen should be there. And you just write another molecule of Rx. Okay, so I'm just writing X here for the sake of clarity. X and R. So here you will remove this HX. Okay, you can write the other way around. Rx plus RNH like that. So H and X should come together. Then it is easier for you to write the product. So your product will be RNH R dash or R, right? Here I am using the same alkyl halide. So RNHR. Again, if you want to another alkyl halide, so this H and you can write here plus X and R. So what will happen? This HX will be removed and you will be getting a tertiary amine, right? R, N, R, R. Right. And then finally, if you have another molecule like Rx, so what will happen here? Rx. Here, nothing, this just directly coordinate with this one, right? And this X will leave as X minus. So you will be getting the product R4N plus X minus. Plus X minus, you don't have to write. We will write X minus in the vicinity of R4N plus because this is a quaternary ammonium halide. Halide ion or similarly a uni-negative charged ion should be there in the vicinity of a quaternary ammonium ion to neutralize the charge. Okay, so this is how it is happening. Primary amine, secondary amine, tertiary amine, and finally quaternary ammonium salt. Okay, yes. Here there is a mistake. This is not R4NH plus X minus. This is R4NH, N plus. Okay, N plus. Because nitrogen can have a maximum valency, covalency of 4. So if there is also a hydrogen, then its valency becomes 5. So there is a small mistake in the final product written over here. It is R4N plus X minus. Okay, very sorry for that mistake. It is R4N plus X minus. Now we have to see what is the disadvantage or demerit associated with this ammonolysis reaction. The main demerit is that you're getting a mixture of primary, secondary, and tertiary amine, and also finally a quaternary ammonium salt. So with the desired product, suppose if you want only primary amine, what can we do? So what we can do is take large excess of ammonia in the beginning. Ammonia should be in large excess. So the reaction will yield primary amine as a major product. Okay. And the order of reactivity of halides with amine is Ri greater than RBr greater than RCl. Why is this order? Because Ri has the better leaving group or the best leaving group, iodide ion. So that is why Ri is the best among this halides for this particular reaction. Reactivity is very high for Ri than RBr than RCl because iodide ion is a very good leaving group. Okay, so that is the reason behind this reactivity order. Okay, so this is about ammonolysis reaction. Now, one more method I'm going to share with you in this video, that is reduction of nitrile. So what is reduction of nitrile? What is nitrile, first of all? It is another name for cyanide group, right? C triple bond N. So nitrile, that is alkane nitrile or CN. C triple bond N is attached to alkyl group. It is either you use lithium aluminium hydride. So if you hear the word hydride, it is a supplier of H minus. So it will be a very good reducing agent. Or you can use catalytic hydrogenation like nickel or palladium or platinum and hydrogen. So what will happen is that this triple bond will break. The two bonds will break and we will add two hydrogens on each carbon and nitrogen. Okay. So we will be getting RC. Out of this triple bond, the two pi bonds are broken. Accordingly, we are adding two hydrogen atoms to compensate for their valency. So we will be getting RCH2, NH2. What we are doing? This bond is broken and we just supply. So they are losing their two valencies, each of them. Right? So we will supply two hydrogen atoms. Mechanism is not like this. This is for your understanding. I'm telling you this easy way. Okay. So RCH2, NH2. So here you can see that this is used for preparation of amines containing one carbon atom more than the starting amine. Okay, so ascent of series is happening. Suppose if we start with RNH2, you can end up with RCH2NH2. See that ascent of series means the final amine differs from the initial amine by one carbon atom. So there is like one more carbon atom included in the chain. So there is an ascent of series or stepping up the series. The carbon chain is increased by in length by one carbon atom, right? So that will be coming in organic conversion reaction. I will explain to you more about this, how to, like where you have to use this particular reaction. If you want, see, always you have to think in this way. If the final product differs from the initial product by one carbon atom, if there is one carbon atom more in the final product, then you have to think about, like, no, for example, if you take Rx, starting with Rx, okay, and then we have to convert it into RCH2NH2. Okay, so how can we do that? RCH2NH2. How can we do that? Rx to RCH2NH2. So here you should think about a nucleophilic substitution, alcoholic KCN, use that. So you will be getting RCN, and directly you can use lithium aluminium hydride or any reducing agent like sodium in ethanol or catalytic hydrogenation. Okay, so you will be getting RCH2NH2. So if in the starting alkyl halide, If it is like butyl halide, the final amine will be pentanamine. Okay, pentyl amine. There will be 5 carbon atoms in the chain. So there is a stepping up. So introducing a cyanide group in the molecule will always step up the series, will always help you to do that type of conversion. Okay, so this is just a start, and I will be continuing like the preparation methods in the next video. So today I conclude. So once more, today we have discussed first method, reduction of nitro compounds. Aromatic nitro compounds as well as nitroalkanes can be reduced by tin and HCl or iron and HCl or catalytic hydrogenation. But out of this, iron and HCl is more preferred because FeCl to form gets hydrolyzed to HCl. So only a small amount of hydrochloric acid is used, is enough to initiate the reaction. After that, it will be just formed in situ. In situ means during the course of the reaction. Okay. And after that, we discussed ammonolysis reaction. It seems quite difficult, but it is very easy if you practice it well by writing. So don't just practice chemistry in air. Just don't think that I understood, but it's not like that. Unless and until you write it, you won't understand that difficulty. Okay, so your pen won't move in the examination hall if you don't write and practice. Okay, yeah. So ammonolysis reaction using ammonia, we are doing a nucleophilic substitution reaction on an alkyl halide. So we will get a mixture of primary, as secondary, tertiary amine, as well as a quaternary ammonium salt. But main disadvantage is that it yields a mixture of products. So if we want to restrict like primary amine as a major product, we have to use excess of ammonia. And after that, we just saw the reduction of nitrile, CN to CH2NH2 using lithium aluminum hydride or catalytic hydrogenation or catalytic reduction. So 3 methods of preparation we discussed today. Hope you all like my video. Please do like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.